Let me ask you a question. How many of you have lost opportunity because you didn't follow up? If I could show you exactly how much money you've actually lost, and if I brought a big cash bag, right? I swear I'm going to do this at one of my workshops. I'm going to bring a trash bag of about $1 million in it, and I'm going to dump it out on the table right in front of somebody. And I'm going to say, this is how much money you have actually lost in your life, if not more, due to poor follow-up. See, I have to broaden your horizon about what follow-up is. You've got dreams you haven't followed up on. You've got strategic partnerships you haven't followed up on. You got family members that you ain't followed up on, at least the ones you like. You've got deals you haven't followed up on. You've got people who have told you they're interested in doing business with you that you haven't followed up on. If you really see, when I first wrote this book, $1 Million Follow-Up, I wrote it because I was incredibly pissed off. And I write books when I get mad about something. Because I see a problem over and over and over and over. And I was on a plane coming back from somewhere, which I typically am in my life, and I was watching how people followed up with me. And it was so weak and amateur that I said, man, I'm going to solve this problem. And I literally sat down on one plane ride and I wrote the book $1 Million Follow-Up that night. Because this is such a, and I don't care, I coach $1 billion companies and their follow-up is terrible. I coach little mom and pop companies and their follow-up is terrible. I've coached every type of group you can imagine, and I look at the follow-up and I ask myself, why is it so bad when so much money could be gotten here? Is it laziness? Is it because you don't understand? Is it because you haven't placed a priority on it? Is it because you don't know how to follow up correctly, which is a big part of the problem? So some of it, if I put it into two categories, some of it is your effort. It's not a priority to you. We renamed this workshop from $1 Million Follow-Up to Fanatical Follow-Up because Mike is right. I am fanatical when it comes to follow-up. You with me? I go until I have a decision. And I don't care if you like it, don't like it, get mad at me, don't get mad at me. I don't even care if you tell me you're out. You're never doing business with me. At least I have what? A decision. Now I know. I was following up this morning. One of the reasons it took me a while to get dressed, it takes me like 16 minutes to get dressed, mainly my hair. But I was running a little behind this morning because I was out there and I got all worked up and I started following up with people. And I was sending videos. I'm like, has anybody ever worked this hard to get your business? Like I was just pushing. And one woman texted me back, she said, nobody has ever worked this hard to get me in the room. Because here's what I know. You guys can't change a life until you get them in the gym. Right or wrong? Correct. It don't matter how much they talk about it, how much they think about it, how much they sleep on it, how much they pray about it. I can't change a life until I get them in the room with me. See, and I am so convicted about that I am willing to go the distance to push you to get you in the room with me. Because I know what happens when people come to this lodge. When they all leave saying the same thing, man, this was a game changer for me. Changed my business, changed my life. Well, guess what? I can't do that if I can't get them to the lodge. Everybody with me? So I'm trying to teach my salespeople, when you're on the phone with the person, freaking dig in and say, look, man, this dude can't change your deal until you get in a room with him for a day. And I know it's going to be inconvenient, and I know you got to drive there or fly there. We had a guy last week came from Bolivia. So if you complain about a little traffic getting across town, suck it up, Buttercup. If a dude can come from Bolivia, you can get here. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So my point to you is, in this first session, what I really want to do for you is overcome some things that are holding you back from following up the way you should be following up. Because you most likely have some kind of consideration. And a consideration is an internal thought that prohibits an action. Let me tell you what a consideration is. Oh, I don't want to seem pushy. That's a consideration. Oh, they'll think I'm too aggressive. That's a consideration. Oh, here's one. They don't have the money. That's a consideration. Okay? Oh, they'll never do this. That's a consideration. See, when a person tells me they don't have the money, number one, I know they're lying because they're spending money on something. They may be spending money on eating out at Texas Roadhouse on Friday night, or drinking beer at the bar on Saturday night, or spending money on something that's not going to get them a return. I know they're lying, because there were times in my life that I didn't have the money, and when I wanted it bad enough, I found the money. Everybody with me? Because I have learned to live out of my sacrifice before I live out of my surplus. So if you want something bad enough, a few weeks ago we had a woman want to get in my coaching program. She was going to give me a gold coin to get into the coaching program. I'm like, is it, how valuable is it? She's like, I think it's worth $10,000. I said, well, cash it in and give me the $10,000. If you want to be coached by me bad enough, cash that gold coin in and give me the $10,000, or keep it. But let me tell you something. It ain't going to teach you how to make money like I can. And I'm going to teach you how to make a whole lot more than $10,000. So you can hold on to it if you want to, or you can cash it in and give it to me. And I'll show you how to make $100,000 or $1 million or $10 million. So let's first address this concept of what is opportunity. So I'm going to just do a little exercise here to start us off. And I want to call this the level 10. The level 10 opportunity. A level 10 opportunity is the greatest opportunity available to you right now. Out of all of the things you could focus on today, the level 10 opportunity is the biggest opportunities. Okay? Now, why is this important? What does your brain go to when you go into a day? Busy work. Busy work. I got to keep the trains running. I got to do this. Well, what we miss is we actually miss these great big opportunities that are available to us. Here's an example. I'm working on a $6 million project in Nashville, a real estate project, to build my first greatness factory. Okay? I can't have 50 greatness factories until I have one, because people need to see it so I can license the concept. I've already got people lined up who want to license it, and all they're saying is, look, show me how it works in Nashville. Show us that it can make money, and we want one in Sioux Falls and Tampa and Houston. And like this could be millions and millions and millions of dollars. It is a real estate play where I own the real estate. We believe the real estate's going to appreciate in Nashville. Do you believe that? So if I buy it for $4.4 million, it may be worth $8.4 million in the future, okay? Here's the deal. I have spent at least 90 days trying to get a purchase agreement on this property to actually buy it. Every single day I have followed up with attorneys, accountants, the seller, the bankers. Every day I have to push somebody for something. Everybody see that? Every day. So it's wait on the accountant for 2 days because they got a lot of things going on. Wait on the attorney for a day because they're an attorney. Sorry if any attorneys are watching me. Right? Then I got to wait on this, then I got to wait on the person this, then I got to wait on the finance, and then I got to wait on this, then I got to wait on the seller to put this together, then I got to wait on the person to put this in the agreement. Like every single day, I'm like, what are you doing? Right? Now, why? Because that's a level 10 opportunity. Does everybody see that? So what did I say follow-up is on? Follow-up is not only on closing a deal, what is follow-up on? Follow-up could be on a strategic partner that could open doors to you to way more people. Follow-up may be on a client you have that is one of your best clients who could bring you a ton of referrals. Follow-up may be on a deal you're trying to put together that's just been hanging out there in la-la land. So remember this, see things through to their conclusion. See it through. Mike this morning was telling me, I've got him working on a lot of projects. Mike's kind of a technical advisor for me. And that basically means I give him a lot of projects and he has to take them and do them, right? And this morning he was using the word try and try and try. And I said, Mike, you know what my wife says when I say I'm trying to do something? How many years you been trying to do this? See, I tell my wife I'm working on this and hey, I'm trying to get this right so I can be home more. She's like, how many years are we going to talk about this? And so this morning when Mike was saying, Coach, I'm trying, I said, how many years are we going to talk about this, Mike? Mike, here's what I want you to do. I want you to see this through to its conclusion. Everybody hear that? You start it and do not stop until you finish it. Everything has a timeline. Everything has a compression. Everything has a purpose. Take it all the way through to its conclusion. How many open files are in your life right now? of things that you've talked about, thought about, dreamt about, prayed about, right? Like just do it, man. Just take it through and see it through to its conclusion. So right now, here's what I want you to do, because it's going to give some context to our follow-up. I want you to write down the top 3 to 5 biggest opportunities, not just people, biggest opportunities that are available to you right now that could move you from where you are, which is A, to where you would like to go, which is B. Now, let's go back to this, Brian Truman. The Greatness Factory represents passive income to me. One of my big goals in life is to have my passive income to be greater than my living expenses. Everybody see that? And if you've seen how I live, I got some big living expenses. Okay, so here's the deal. When you get to where your passive income is greater than your living expenses, then you are wealthy. Because your passive income or your residual income is greater than your expenses. Should that be part of all of our goals, yes or no? Yes. Every person in this room, this should be part of their goals. Okay, the reason I'm telling you that is because the reason, the big deal, the Greatness Factory is so big, the reason I need to follow up every day with attorneys and all these people is because that is a level 10 opportunity. Because it is in alignment with what I call going from A to B. So A is where you are, B is where you're trying to get to, and if passive income is part of your B, then you have to make moves daily toward that B. See, anything that's not in alignment with that B is low value activity to me. Okay? So if you got a revenue number that your company's trying to hit, part of the follow-up is to hit that sales number every day. So you can hit that sales number every week, so you can hit that sales number every month. So at the end of 12 months, you have hit your revenue number. And only you know what you need to hit that revenue number. Everybody see that? Based on your profit margins of your company and what you're trying to do. So I want you to take a second right now, just take a deep breath. And I want you to write down the top 3 to 5 greatest opportunities available to you right now that you need to be following up on. We're going to call those level 10 opportunities. Level 10, they're big opportunities.
Before I get started, there is one very important question I have to ask you.
Coach Michael Burke, Monster Producer Academy CEO. He's a personal friend of mine.
What good is it to have knowledge with no desire? What good is it to have desire with no skill? What good is it to have knowledge and skill with no confidence?
A big part of activating your prey drive is finding and refining your talent. This is something that helps you get to the next place.
People are made up of 4 parts: a body, a mind, a heart, and a spirit.
You need to know you, and then you need to have an awareness, and sometimes you don't even know what you need.
So all 4 parts of our nature have to be clicking. Your hard skill solves my problem. The bigger the problem, the more money people will pay to solve it.
Everything is valuable to your future. What I'm really paying you for is your past.
A monster producer combines multiple skills to dominate a market.
When you get to wake up every day and do what you love doing, man, it is hard not to be motivated.
They think at a higher ordinance than everybody else. They want to create new things.
I have a conviction about me, and that's the conviction that you feel when I talk, when I speak. It comes across as passion. You got to learn how to connect to another person at such a deep level that it moves them. You have goals, you have targets, but you don't have a sense of urgency.
They're going to exchange money, energy, they're going to raise capital, they're going to start new businesses, there's going to be joint ventures.
I think your purpose finds you. It is activated. The word activate means to initiate. Discipline, which is a derivative of the word disciple, which means to give yourself to a person or cause you believe in. Do you believe in your future, yes or no? When we know better, we do better. Finding the problem that you are uniquely qualified to solve, and you don't know what problem you really solve for whom, then there is no big financial exchange right there. You should leave here thinking bigger today than when you came. And I want to shake your hand and look you in the eyeball when you make this decision. Thank you. We'll see you in the back. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.